Moi! My name is Jana and you're watching Finnish Knitting Stories. Today is Friday. That means we're here in my craft room and we're gonna be talking about all sorts of crafty things. I think today mostly about knitting, yeah. So welcome or welcome back and let's begin. Yeah, one more thing. One more thing before we begin. You can find me on Instagram as Kettonits and on Ravelry as Kettonits and on many other places. Everything is in the description box down below. Now, let's begin. Let's go to knitting content. So, here is my first finished object. Actually, my only finished object for today. And it's a vest. It's a vest number 2 spring edition by My Favorite Things. I knit it in Finnish sheep wool that I got from Jalovilla. Jalovilla is a Finnish dyer. This yarn is not dyed, it's a natural color. There you can see it's lovely, like a gray-brown mix. A bit brownish, but like gray-brown, yeah. And I made my vest is cropped. My vest is cropped because I wanted to go with this dress that my mom got me for Christmas, and I tried to make it longer, but then it made me look a bit frumpy, and I decided to take it back and make it cropped, and I finished. It was very quick. I didn't use much of yarn, very small amount of yarn, less than 200 grams. I still have a leftover from the 200 grams I had, and I love it. It keeps me warm, and now I can wear this dress that makes me look like my first teacher back in 80s, 90s, yeah, back in the beginning of 90s. So, I don't know. Let's talk about pattern a little bit. It's by My Favorite Things. I know that designer has got a bit of criticism for not being size inclusive. But I think they are improving. Their latest patterns have a wider range of sizes, and that's actually great news. I do prefer to knit from designers that are more size inclusive, but I think sometimes instead of bashing someone, we should encourage them, maybe send them a message and let them know that we would like your designs in more sizes. And in most of the cases, people really listen and try to adapt and be more size inclusive. And I think this is what happened. So I decided to give it a go, and it was a good pattern. I think this particular one only goes to, now I don't remember, 2 extra large or 3 extra large, but I think the newer ones have a wider size range. But it's a great basic pattern. I even bothered and I did the Italian bind off on everything, on the bottom ribbing, on the armholes, and here on the, it has a v-neck. There you can see. And it's very neat, it fits nicely, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed this vest. It does what it's supposed to do. It's probably not the most exciting knit in my wardrobe, but it's a very practical piece. I knit it because I wanted another layer on top of this dress, and it does just that. So, yeah. So, thumbs up for this one. Okay. I have one more finished object that I wanted to show you, but I did not finish it recently, but I did finalize it recently. You have seen this before if you're a returning viewer. And it's my Twists and Turns Mystery Shawl by Stephen West. You have seen this before, but what I did, I added the tassels. I added my crazy, meaty, full-bodied tassels. Aren't they fabulous? I love a big tassel. I need a big tassel in my life because, as you can see, my color palette is very, how do I say it? It's not boring, but it's very subtle. Yeah, there is a bit of a pop of the slightly neon peach, but it's generally very subtle, and 2 of the 3 colors are gray, so I needed a little bit of something, and I added a whole row of crazy big tassels, and I love it. Now I love it. Now it's my kind of shawl. Now it's definitely my kind of shawl. Let's wrap myself in it. There. There now. This is fabulous. It doesn't go with the dress or the vest, but I'll take it off soon. It will be too warm. I actually have a bit better video bit that I could insert it somewhere. I'll just take it off now. Yeah, but I used all sorts of weird and funky yarns for this. Something with sequins, and then weird glittery polyester yarn thread. Yeah. And then some old squeaky mohair, and it was a great stash buster. I used I wrote it down somewhere, I think 65 grams just for the tassels. So that's 65 grams are coming out of my stash. Minus 65 grams for tassels. Stash busting ideas. Tassels. Pom-poms probably would work as well. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll just put it there. Let's just put it there. So that's my last finished object for today. Yeah. So let's go to whips. Have you seen my whip special already that I posted on Wednesday? Have you? If no, go check it out. I did another whip special episode where I go through all my whips. I did the same one last year in January, and now this year I did it in February. I was a bit late, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I managed to go. Last year I had 50 whips and UFOs. I count them all together, and this year I managed to go down to 29. In the episode, I said that 27, and then oops, turns out I forgot 2 more things. I forgot Sophia's Musselburgh hat because it was in a project bag in a car. I forgot to bring it. And then I forgot Anisidora shawl. And a very attentive viewer, Sonia, I hope I'm saying your name right, commented that, what about Anisidora shawl? And I was like, yeah, what about that? I did not bring it. I have not frogged it. I'm still working on it very slowly when I feel like. And I had the basket in the basement. When I was not feeling well and my family was going to sauna, I just took that basket with me and went to lounge on the sofa in the basement while they were in sauna. We had a fireplace going, and I had that that basket with Anisidora in the basement. So I didn't bring it. So technically, yeah, I have gone down from 50 whips to 29 in a year. A lot of them are new. And then, which means that a lot of older ones are gone. And this year I decided that I will take one or maybe more than one project of those older whips, and I will try to finish them. I will try to slowly go through them and finish them one by one. And I'm doing it right here. Right here is one. Yeah. There were a lot of lovely comments under that episode, and we could come back to this topic in a knit and chat, because I would like to tell you how I got to that amount of whips, just to give you a bit of the background information that maybe you would understand better how it can happen sometimes. But it's a bit sad topic, so we will leave it for the knit and chat at the end, just in case somebody's not interested in the life stuff. But let's do the knitting now. Yeah, you can see here is one of my old lovely bag by Bertie and Poppet. I love this wintry scene. It is one of my favorites. And check, they are matching. There is yarn for that project. I will show you in a moment. Okay, now I'm caught on the zipper pull. Okay, got it out. You saw this in the whip special if you have managed to watch it already. And look at the progress that I have made in just 2 days. 2 days. Crazy. I have a sleeve, I have a body, and I have another half of a sleeve. I'm half sleeve away from finishing my Forager sweater by Melody Hoffman. I started this back in April 2021. And I really couldn't explain why I stopped working on it, because it's lovely. I tried it on, it fits like a glove. It's a sweater I want to wear. Like really, it's not much of a process knit. I just want this product. I'm a process knitter, but in this case, I want this sweater. I want this sweater. It has a bit of a detail there around the ribbing. Sleeves have a long ribbing. Pattern had an option for split hem, but I decided not to do that. I don't know why. I just decided not to. And look at the color. Look at the color of my sweater. Isn't that lovely? And I will tell you now how I got to that color, just in case you didn't watch the whip episode. Here are my yarns. As you can see, I'm using two very different yarns, and one is beige and one is gray, and yes, you can do that. So this is Plötoloppi. This is Plötoloppi, and this is color 9102, like gray, like medium gray. And this is a dark beige from Drops Kid Silk, very budget friendly, color number 12. And together they make this beautiful, beautiful color. I love it. It's not beige, it's not gray, it's like gray with a beige halo, and that's exactly what makes my heart happy. Because this would be a bit boring for me, I think. I have a lot of grays in my wardrobe, and I also have a lot of beige things, but beige with gray looks very nice. And I didn't use much yarn at all for this. This is the third plate of Plötoloppi. I'm holding it single. I'm holding it single just with one strand of mohair, and it makes the most amazing fabric. It's light, it's airy, but it's not see-through at the same time. And yeah, this is a third plate, and I'm knitting size... what size am I knitting? I'm knitting medium or large. No, I don't remember. Anyways, it's in my... it's in the in my Ravelry project pages, the size that I'm knitting, and I knit this on size 4.5 millimeter needles, which is quite big needle size, and I can't wait to wear it because we still have the weather for it. It's minus outside, and I need a sweater like this, and I think I could be done probably today. Probably today I could be done. And when I showed it last time, I was here at that project keeper on last Tuesday. This last Tuesday, I was here. So I managed to knit the body and one whole sleeve and another half of the sleeve in just a couple of days. I haven't knit on it yet today, but I soon will. Kids are coming a bit earlier today from school. Actually, our oldest one is already home, and Sophia's bus will be here very soon because holidays start. Holiday week starts here in our area. Okay, I'll park that. That's my first active whip right now. My second active whip is also from my older ones, and I also have made insane progress on it. Insane progress on it. You will see in just a moment. It's my half and half triangle wrap. I don't know. I got a real interest in finishing this. I don't know why. I just felt like mindless garter in the evenings. In the evenings when it's a bit dark and you don't feel like concentrating on anything. So I got through the first color. This is the smallest version, and the pattern is by Pearl Soho. Half and half triangles wrap by Pearl Soho. Free pattern on their page, and everything is linked in the description box. So look at that. Here is my first half of a triangle, and it's actually quite big. I'm wondering how big is the bigger size, because this is the smaller size. Yeah, big one probably would be a schlanket, and I don't think I need another schlanket. Actually, I always need another schlanket. They are lovely. And I initially... do I have that color here? I initially wanted to go with beige, that the second color would be beige, but then I changed my mind and went with yellow. Shocker. I felt like spring. It reminded me of some spring flowers in my garden, this color combo, and I went with yellow. And the yarn I'm using is Kremke Lazy Linen. That is trying to escape now. And there is the other color, and I have this much left from the first, no, from the second skein. I had 2 skeins of each, and it's like half left. So I would estimate that the whole shawl will be 300 grams, probably. Probably could have made a bigger size as well, but oh well. I think this is big enough, and it's nice. And last time I showed it to you, which was last year, yeah, if you don't count the whip episode, I was here. I was right here. Where is that little progress keeper? So I have managed to add all of that and already start the yellow. And the only modification that I'm doing, I'm using German short rows. The pattern calls for twist and like I want to say twist and turn because of the shawl. Oh my god, wrap and turn. Twist and turn. My brain is in mush. Wrap and turn, but I really like German short rows, and I think they are neater, and I think they look very good there. Very good there. So that's the only modification that I did for this wrap. And I think this is going to be done in no time as well. So, that's there. And my third finished object. Look, this is my lovely tea in the garden bag. Again, by Bertie and Puppet. I have other bags as well, but these happen to be all... This one was not. This one was by the Knitter bag on Etsy from Lithuania. This is a linen bag. I forgot to show it to you. Sorry. It's a lovely floral, and this is a lovely floral as well. I think I'm longing for spring. Sophia's Musselburgh hat. A little bit of progress, and I switched to the short circulars, the 40 centimeter circulars, because I found them in one of the bags during the whip episode. I thought I don't have a set of those because I don't have a list of my needles. Now I have an organizer, which has been working magic, but I thought I almost bought a new set of 2.5 millimeter 40 centimeter circulars. But then I found these. They were in a bag with my husband's Star Wars sweater because I used them for the neck ribbing, obviously. Obviously. Good that I did that episode. I found needles and saved myself some money. So yeah, these are Addi. Somebody commented like, why am I not an Addi girl anymore? What happened? I am. Those are my favorite needles. I can't help myself. So I'm back to Addis. I had the Chayagoos on these. They are also great needles, just not my favorites. But also good, also good. All needles are good if you're happy with them. Yes. There is Sophia's crazy Musselburgh hat. And I'm knitting it with Rova Silmo Solmo self-striping. Rova Silmo Solmo is a Finnish yarn dyer. I picked this yarn at Jyväskylä Knit Fest last year, and I'm gonna use half of this, so I would still have enough for a pair of socks, and then another half will be in some kind of pink. I still haven't found the pink, but there is still a long way to go. What else do I have in this bag? I have a tin where I store my what is in here? I store my cables now, and I just wanted to show you that nothing goes to waste here. There was a very tasty marzipan that a viewer, Angela, sent me. It was very good, delicious, and I thought that's a perfect tin for my try-on cables. These cables that I use, cords that I use for trying things on or parking the sleeves. So great tin. Nothing goes to waste in here. We use everything. Yes, a lot of ums today. What else I wanted to show you? One more thing, one more whip for today. It's a Scrappy. It's Happy. Don't forget, Happy Scrappy blanket mail is still going. And it's a blanket. I haven't shown it to you in a while. And now I've been working on it last weekend, so last couple of weekends actually. A few Scrappy Sunday. On Scrappy Sunday, I've been working on this. This last week and 1 week before. I don't know. Very hard to get sentences out today for some reason. Pattern is Bits and Bobs by K.F. Jones of Bakery Bears. It's a paid for pattern, and I will show you my progress. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say here. Here we are. Can you see that? There is the marker. There is the progress keeper, and I have added that much to it. And I love the colors. I love the colors. And I get a lot of questions about this blanket. Check, it's this long now. I get a lot of questions about this blanket, and the most common one is how do I pick the colors for it? Do I pick them randomly, or do I adjust them a little bit, or do I plan ahead? I don't plan ahead, but I usually try that one of my colors is solid. For example, like this here. Ooh, there's something else attached to it. Anyway, that's another. Anyway, this one. This is one of my colors. And I also try that at least one of them is something soft, like a merino or maybe some alpaca blend or something, because I'm mixing bases. All kind of scraps go in here. That the blanket would be kind of soft, that it wouldn't be scratchy wool all the way through. So, and then I just take another scrap and I add it here, and then when one ends I change it to the next one, and then I take, I don't know, something else and keep adding and keep building in. I just make sure that usually the scraps are a different size, that the both yarns wouldn't end at the same time. Yeah, that way I get these kind of stripes. Yeah, and it looks lovely. And it's squishy and it's warm. And I love this blanket. It's a wonderful pattern. It's not brioche. It's not brioche. You just knit. There is no purling. You just knit all the stitches, and it's not brioche. So that's what I can tell you about it. Otherwise, it's a paid for pattern, so I'm not gonna reveal all the secrets. Wouldn't be fair. But yeah, that's one of my active whips here. I'll put it back, and what else could we talk about? Do I have anything else? So, my outfit we already discussed. I have nothing to mention about what I'm wearing today. We started with that, and I don't have any purchases or acquisitions. Didn't buy anything, didn't go anywhere except work and home and like grocery store. Froggy, piggy, knit along, make along. Let's talk about that. A lot of you wanna do that, so I decided let's do that, because part of you wanna do frogs and make frogs, and part of you wanna make piggies. So what if we would combine them together and do one common make along, because you can knit or you can crochet. What if we make both pigs and frogs, or you can make just piggy or just froggy, and and there were so many great hashtags. I wrote them down. I wrote them down. Many great suggestions, and I don't know how to pick one. Like when pigs fly, piggy power. Fuzzy friends Mal. Frogs are not fuzzy, but can they be? Yeah, but that's also good. Piggy Wiggy, look at my pigs. Oink along, I really like the oink along, but somebody has already used it on Instagram. Pig and frog, it was so cool. Pig and frog sounds like a pub where we could all go. Yeah. And Piggy Wiggy cow. So I was thinking, what if we do when frogs oink, make along Mal? How does that sound? When frogs oink, Mal. That's the hashtag for Instagram if you want to make a piggy or a froggy. There probably will be some prices. I have something cute in store for you. And You can join on Instagram. Do we need a Ravelry thread for that? I could make one as well, probably in a Ravelry group if you're using Ravelry. But I think mostly on Instagram we can just have fun because it's easy to check. It's easy to check the hashtag because Happy Scrappy Blanket Mal has insane amount of pictures and I go there for inspiration because I have an itch of I want to start a new. I'll take knitting. We are already sliding into knit and chat, right? I need something in my hands. What was I saying? Oh God. Yeah, I go for inspiration to Instagram and check Happy Scrappy Blanket Mal because I have an itch. I wanna start another Scrappy blanket. I've been looking at Northeasterly. Rachel commented about her Northeasterly and I love that pattern and I want to start that, but then on the other hand, I would like another crochet blanket because my only crochet project right now is the Battenberg and it's very specific and sometimes I don't feel like working on it because of the little pieces. I would like something where I just go mindlessly in round or back and forward like a granny stripe or giant granny square or maybe corner to corner blanket. I don't know. And I could use those thicker wool sock yarns from my stash. And I can't figure out what pattern should I do. Should I just do a giant granny square? Should I do several like granny squares in different colors or granny stripe? But I just did a granny stripe and I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I want a crochet project with big hook this time, not a 2mm, maybe like 4 or 4.5. At least. So I'm thinking, but I feel like starting another Scrappy blanket or like stash busting blanket, something to get rid of the yarns, clear a bit space, and then make blankets because you can never have enough blankets. We're in Finland, it's cold, and in summer we need blankets outside. We need one on a porch and in a kids' playhouse and next to the grill place where we grill in the evenings. I need lots of blankets all over, and I still need a blanket for my car and maybe for my husband's car. Yeah, I have icky fleece blanket in the car now and I don't like it. So what else? So we are already in it in chat. If you do want to hear about life updates, thank you for being here and I will see you next week. And if you're in for a life update, then get comfy. Let's talk. Let's chat. So school holiday starts now, today. Today's Friday. It starts already and we are not going anywhere. We're gonna be at home. I just hope the weather is good because we're planning on skiing in the nearby forest with the kids. That's our only plan. Maybe we will go to swim one day to the pool and we're planning to ski if it doesn't start melting. A couple of days ago it was -20°C. Like winter surprised us again. We had a little snowstorm and then everything froze, the temperatures dropped and everything looked so good. I actually enjoyed that weather. And in the morning, everything was white. Even the sky was white. It was so weird. I took a couple of video snippets on my way to work. Hubby dropped me off and then he picked me up because he needed to go also to the... He had some things to do in the city. And yeah, but now it's sunny. Now it's sunny and lovely outside. And I want to go snowshoeing. I haven't done it yet for some reason. I don't know why. I haven't done it this year. I don't know, because the weather has been weird. It has been mostly wet. And that's not a snowshoeing weather. Sounds weird. Yeah, that one. I don't know, what else? We already talked about the make-along. About the make-along. I didn't finish talking about it. Deadline for it, 1st of May, I was thinking. We can always prolong it, but it doesn't matter. I'll make a post on Instagram. um, yeah, so what else? I'm still taking part in Fiberry challenge. Look, I said it at the first try. And yesterday's challenge was my younger self, and I posted a couple of old pictures, and it was like a very nice trip down the memory lane. I enjoyed it very much, and it looks like a lot of you as well enjoyed it. I posted some pictures of me wearing knits and yeah, and also some crochet garments throughout my life, like from age of 3 and up, whatever I could find a little bit. And a couple of them were cute and one was funny. I posted one from like at the end of 90s with my, I don't know, hippie or boho period, where I had a giant hair. I had yeah, that photo is also, you can see why I don't wear lipstick, because I have a giant lips if I put anything on them. It's just just the lips on my face if I add some color to them. Not a good look. I had these giant hoop earrings in that. I'll add a picture here that you could all get off. If you're not on Instagram, that you can enjoy it here for a good laugh. Yeah, and it's hilarious. I have a cardigan there with crazy fringe, so I have always been in all sorts of crazy fringe and tassels. And then another picture I found, it doesn't have knits on it, but I posted it for the love of neons, that you would know that I have always loved my neons. That has not changed. Some things don't change. Yeah, a few of you said that. Some of you said that my hair looks good with a fringe. Yeah, kind of, but I had it for so many years that I got tired of it. And I also had a darker hair then. I was dyeing it darker and I got tired of it because I went gray very early, and then I needed a retouch every 3 weeks, and that was insane. I can't do that. Now I go to a hairdresser twice a year, and I think that's my personal max. Yeah, this is my natural color with lots of grays that look like blonde streaks. But yeah, not going back to dark. That's just not gonna happen. Too expensive and time consuming. So what else? Should we talk about some serious topic? I don't know, will I get a strike for talking about it? But I don't care really, because a year ago on this day, you all know what happened. You all know what happened a year ago on this day. It's been a year. It's been a year since the Russia's full invasion in the Ukraine, and I still can't talk about it calmly. It's still a sensitive topic. It's been a year, but I have a lot of personal emotions towards that, and the war started much earlier. The war started in 2014, but the full-scale invasion started a year ago, and it's been going since. And I think we need to talk about it, because we can't be quiet. The moment we stop talking about it, we are in trouble. We are in trouble as the society and as a world. We're in trouble when we stop talking about violence. A lot of tragic events have been happening recently in the world, like earthquake in Turkey and Syria. Horrible tragedy. But it's a natural disaster, and the thing that's happening in Ukraine is a man-made disaster. So to me, it's times worse. To me, because this can be stopped. The thing that happened in Turkey and Syria, we can just help the people after the tragedy, but nobody could have stopped that. You can't make the earth ball not shake. But it's in our power to stop the monsters that are destroying Ukrainian land and nation and people for no reason. They can't explain why are they doing that. And yeah, So yeah, what I was saying, I wanted to tell you that we need to be united in our attitude towards it, and we need to keep talking about it and doing whatever we can. Sometimes I think that I'm just a teeny tiny person on this huge earth ball, and what can I do? That I do these teeny tiny things to help maybe one or two people or a family or so, but yeah, that it's a drop in the ocean. But then I think that no, it's this much more than nothing. So I guess it counts. Every single little drop counts, and you can help in many different ways. You can knit a pair of socks for a soldier or for a Ukrainian little girl or boy who has lost their home, or maybe you can donate if you're in a place to do so to organizations that are helping there on a place, or maybe you can send some clothes or supplies, or like a friend of mine, she's been making blindage, how do you say that, the candles that burn that you make in a tin. You roll a cardboard and then you pour wax on it, and then that candle burns for hours. It's very good, it doesn't smoke and provides a lot of heat. She's been making them for almost a year in her little apartment. Her place is full of cardboard and her home always smells like melted wax, but she feels like it's something she can be doing, that she can do good there, that it's her contribution to the victory. And there are lots of things that you can do, even talking about it. Like, don't stop talking about it. I don't know, talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors about what's going on, that people wouldn't stop talking about it. That's also your contribution. Like, it's important that we don't stop talking about it. Yeah, I've gone through a lot of my own personal sorrows in this process, and I don't really like talking about them, but I've been volunteering for almost a year now. Yeah, the first couple of weeks I was completely frozen and lost and feeling sick in my stomach, but then I shook it off and I started moving and doing something. And I don't often talk about it, but it doesn't mean that I stopped doing it. I'm just one of those people that does more than I talk. I don't talk about it, but I keep doing, because there are certain things that are hard for me to talk about. And then I also can't talk about, because it's not about me, it's about other people. But yeah, we've been helping families locally. We've been mostly helping families locally. We've been collecting packages for orphanages in Ukraine and sending them off, like socks and toys and hygiene products. And we've been collecting thermals, like thermal underlayers for soldiers, and a lot of Finnish ladies have been knitting socks and gloves and mittens for the soldiers and sending them off. And yeah, every little step counts, because they are fighting for all of us. They are fighting for this world to be a better place, where nobody can just come to your home and take everything with the power from you, because that's not okay. That's not the world we all want to live in, is it? No, it's not. And we need to put a stop to it, that nobody would think that you can go invade somebody's home and violently take whatever you want or do whatever you want, because that's not the world I want to live in. Is it the world that you want to live in? I don't think so. Okay. On this heavy note, I hope you're still here, and thank you if you listened till the end, because it's a topic that's very hard to talk about, and it's very sensitive, and a lot of people don't want to hear it. I know that it's hard, but I think when you get uncomfortable, then a great change can happen. As long as you're comfortable, nothing will change. Yeah, unfortunately. So thank you very much for listening. About knits and other not so happy things as well. But life goes on. We need to stay positive. We need to stay sane. That's why we're knitting here, to stay sane. And we need to take care of each other. You need to take care of yourself, and then you need to take care of people around you. And I think then the world will be a bit better place. At least I hope so. I know I believe in fairy tales, but I think if there is fairness in the world, that this madness will end this year. That this is really the last year of the war, and we all together can put the end to it. And then we can build a new world together. Yeah. Without a small group of people dominating over everything and feeling like kings on other people's land. Okay. Now I'm gonna go and have a cup of coffee and calm down my nerves a little bit, because yeah, this day has brought up a whole bunch of emotions, and I didn't sleep well last night. I had nightmares whole night that I'm running away from somebody. I'm running away with a whole lot of people that I did not know, that we're in a weird car, and for some reason I'm driving, and somebody is chasing us and shooting us. I don't know what is my mind playing on me, what kind of tricks, but I woke up at 4 in the morning and I couldn't fall asleep after that. So I need to think about happy thoughts, happy colors, maybe some flowers in my garden will be soon. We still have like meters of snow, but soon the spring will come and the flowers will bloom and there will be hope. Yesterday I took a video of very blue sky, and I will insert it here for you. Yeah. That color of blue gave me hope for a brighter future. I'm sorry if this last part was a bit heavy, but you know, this is a real life podcast and I talk about things that trouble me, and that's actually the only thing that has been on my mind lately. Yeah, very hard to think about something else. Yeah, it's been a year of this nightmare and I hope it stops very, very soon. Yeah. This episode will first be available on my Patreon, where you can watch it ad-free if you're a patron. I want to thank you all of you that have joined, because that's another way how you can support me, that I could keep making these videos, that I would be able to keep making these videos. And big thanks to everybody who went and joined. And yeah, you will be able to enjoy this first, and then it will come to YouTube in a day. I'm not leaving YouTube. I'm not leaving YouTube. Yeah, scammers are trying very hard to make me change my mind after keeping up with this. They are eating a lot of my time dealing with scammers. Yeah, it's very time consuming, but thanks to my lovely patrons, I got the second breath and second second breath that I can keep doing that I would have energy, because a lot of lovely comments also here on YouTube, lots of lovely comments. I appreciate each and every one of them, and I would not do it if you wouldn't be there on the other side of the screen. So if you enjoyed this, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do. That helps me to grow my channel. And like and hit that little notification bell if you want to get the notifications every time I post a new video. And I'm wishing you all a wonderful weekend, and I hope the weather is good wherever you are in the world. That it's not too hot or too rainy or too cold or whatever you enjoy. And thank you so much for being here, and thank you for listening, and I will see you next week. Heippa!